It was all a dream. I used to watch JBC. I know me they a Streetkeeks TV. I just a black ghetto youth like me. You can be anything that you wanna be, yeah. Here man, I'm a Tom all the day out of the slum king. I may represent for Streetkeeks TV Entertainment. Out of the slum, Streetkeeks gonna road you know how.
From here, the voice you don't know, say a Jason representing for Streetkeeks TV Entertainment. You don't know, you know. We have real friends, but we have some fake ones too.
Yo, you done know it's Tiny Booster. You feel me? Straight out of Pecknob, SN1. Alright, now you look to a Streetkeeks TV. You already know the hottest. You already know what's really good. Get me.
On the last episode of Blue Girls Club.
Ooh. A lot of gang.
Stop, yeah.
Yeah, right. Ooh. Now this one right here, I calls this one Lollipop. Baby. She come to the barber, she get a taper fade in the back and a little off the top. Feel me? Right here, I calls that one Candy.
If you cheat and you fall in love with the motherfucker you cheating with, that's more than cheating.
But isn't that what happened with you and Chrisean?
No. She left me.
Right, but if it's still a business relationship, you still see it.
Hello, my energy empire. So as you can see, we are back with part 2 of the Crazy in Love journey. Sit down conversation with Jason Lee. Breakdown, the full review. Energy empire. What's really good in your side of the streets? So it's Friday, and you know Energy Empire, how we get down. Vibes. It's a vibe all the time. You get me? So in saying that, you already know that we're here and we're breaking down Chrisean, Blueface, and JAIDYNalexis. It's Crazy in Love series. Sit down with Jason Lee. And when I say series, you know what time it is, because it's a whole breakdown of the beginning to the middle to the end.
My name is Chrisean Rock. I play football. I'm 20 years old. I just moved out here from Baltimore.
My energy empire. If you remember, I had said to you that Chrisean met Blueface from the Blue Girls Club house. Now, she was one of the girls who was featured in the house, and she took season 1 to a different level. This is the actual introduction to her, giving her opening speech to get into the BGC. Now, can you hear the innocence in her voice? And just look at the purity of her youth. It's just amazing to see the transition with her and the evolve that she's gone through, because even though she's had a lot of rocky roads and journey where we are able to see the toxic side, the changes of her to develop herself and better herself for the better of her self-worth and just goodness of her heart and foundation. Yeah, it's amazing, because when you look at this and then you look at her now, it shows you how life can one day be here and the next day be here, and you are just living it as best as you can with all the experiences that you have to go through on a daily basis, whether it's good or bad. And it's crazy because this is an actual live experience that we're getting to witness in the real. Some people are not that transparent and open to be able to be a public figure and show you the realness of their lifestyle in depths like that. So this is actually a journey and a half. And the fact that the world is seeing this saga go down, it's literally an experience to take in, because I can actually relate to this. The difference is that when I look at Chrisean and I look at Blueface, I can definitely see that this is something where it was a journey that was meant to happen publicly for people to be able to see the seriousness between toxic love. Because right now we're going through an era where everyone is facing toxicity, whether it's in love, relationships, boundaries, friendships, business, personal, spiritual. So to see this is, in a way, you have to kind of respect the transparency and kind of have some empathy to the fact that you're actually getting to see a case scenario where it could be you. And most people would be like, oh, that can never be me. It could be you, because at the end of the day, you may not be going through exactly what you're witnessing, but you have gone through things that come similar to what you are seeing right now in visual. And you never know, later on in life, certain things can happen just in a different way for your lifestyle journey, because life is unpredictable. Everybody is living life, and life is something that you have to live with a very cautious care, because if you're not living in peace and love, then you already know what life is going to be like. And even if you are living in peace and love, everybody is going through a spiritual battle within themselves and within the public eye, even if it's not as big as the publication that Chrisean and Blueface is getting, simply for the fact that we all have experiences in life, because we're all living our purpose as best as we choose fit.
Bitch, it really brought me out of ever since on my pot.
But where did you go from rock in Blue Girls Club to tattoos on the neck?
He is
Blueface
asking
and
another good
Chrisean,
question.
tattoo
Shouts
over
out
here
to
on the
yourself,
neck.
Jason Lee.
I think
These
it
two
says
interviews
Jonathan's
were very good, and I
pussy.
needed them. Thank you. So in saying that, obviously,
What was that evolution?
when you listen
that's a
to
lot.
Chrisean
So like I had like in my perfect
to
old world,
saying
right? Go back to
that
like not like
he's
that, but he put me
lying
on. I love
about
that
the
nigga. It's
status
like, not
of
like
her
that, but I wouldn't put
relationship.
anybody like
Now,
that.
you
We was
see,
riding
this
for
is
each
the
other
thing
like
where
I thought we was.
it's
And shit
hard
like
to
that, you know what I'm saying?
decipher
I don't know. I just
in
really
a
fell in love with him and I
perspective
wanted to
of
ride
being
that picture out. Like, yeah,
judgmental and
bitch,
critical,
what's up,
because
bro?
behind closed doors, when you're in a
But he made it
relationship,
sound
we
like
all
you guys
know
sat down
that
and
a
talked
guy will
about it,
tell
not just
you
in,
such and
like, it
such,
talked about it as
and
a
you will tell
business
him
What
too.
he
such
say
and
that?
such, and then
In the
outside
interview
in the
here, he
streets, he'd
said
be
that
doing
Oh,
a
I'm
whole
glad
different
I'm
meditation.
here. You
So
want
with this
receipts,
one,
baby?
I'm
He's
going to
lying.
play a bit of how she was in the Blue Girls Club and just around Blueface in the earlier stages, and then I'm going to carry on to let Jason Lee interview her, and then I'm going to counteract with JAIDYNalexis and Blueface's interview to interject the pointers. So as you've seen from the first one, that's what I've done, because if you remember the last stage where we left off, I showed you a live where Blueface was talking about his relationship with two women. I will also add an extension shortly after this, but thank you for being here, Energy Empire, and I hope you're having a good time.
Damn, y'all late. They already fighting. My first impression of these women are maybe lack of fatherhood. A lot of guys.
Laugh out loud. Listen to Blueface, you know, about fatherhood. You know what kind of fatherhood if I talk about, you know. But don't make me laugh. But you know the funniest thing is, as I watch this flashback right now, it's just reminding me of season 1 of the BBC, because it was a lot to take in. It was fun, joy, fighting, going out, a lot of drama, and then the interviews, and then the bus movements, because you know when they go on a tour bus and it's more active, it was just crazy. But maybe further on I might show you a little piece and whatnot, but it's on my Instagram. I did highlight quite a few episodes of it. Sorry, I slurred my tongue there. I did highlight quite a bit of it, so if you scroll through my Instagram, you will definitely get to see a lot, because I showcase quite a big spectrum of it, because as I said, I followed it throughout the time. But it was an experience to watch it, and as I look back on it, I can say that the reason why Chrisean was a fan favorite, because she was just keeping it real. Yes, she would go around and be active and just shut the house down and just be on smoke 24/7, but that was her characteristics. And to be fair, when you looked at the criteria of the show itself, the girls, as you can see, I showed you a highlight, the girls was fighting from the first moment, and it was funny because in these times when this was happening, Blueface would have to go home and leave production and go back to his family. But the fact that the budget was quite low at this time, because it was just starting off, he was just getting into this kind of style, yeah, with the BGC layout. So he had to then keep coming in, chiming in, as I was saying to you. So you see, when he's talking to Jason Lee and he's talking about the business perspective, this is what he's talking about, where him and Chrisean was in a business relationship because he had the BGC, and then obviously she was the fan favorite. So then she ended up having a solo career with Blueface, where, you know, he ended up being her manager and they produced music. So it was a lot to intake. In between this time, Jaden is getting to hear that there's a lot of activities that's happening in the house. And then obviously, if she actually watched the show herself, then she would have seen that there was a lot of different things going on. So for her, on this side of things, it's like, okay, I understand you got a production going on, but why is this one specific girl seeming like she's claiming her territory on you, and you like are a household name? So this is where they ended up then having the fight, where Jaden and ChriseanRock actually ended up having a scuffle in the Blue Girls Club house, which Jaden actually pulled up to the house with a few of her gangbangers, because, you know, she thought she was on the smoke ting straight away. So she was like, no, I'm coming just on the smoke ting. She was like, listen, I'm going down there, I'm seeing what's happening. So she flew in. Then obviously she shaked up the house, and then, you know, it was crazy because Rock ended up being her target because she was the popular one. When you listen to the interview with Jason Lee on her spectrum, she explained that she didn't really go there to fight Chrisean. It just happens to be that Chrisean was the one that she ends up getting into the altercation with. But to be fair, when I actually look at it, I would say that in the back of her mind, she knew Chrisean was the one that she was going to be like, listen, it's go time for you, just for the simple fact that she was the one who was the most domineering towards Blueface outside of seeming in a business relationship.
Guest now
it's important to have both of these interviews to be able
the first to receive
go
a Mandingo
back
Hall of
to
Fame and the first to be a returning guest on the Jason Lee Show.
Each person's
Welcome back,
point
Blueface,
to be able
this
to
time
get
with
a correct
JAIDYNalexis.
perspective of what we're actually seeing live before us.
Okay, couple
so
observations
when Blueface
right out
is
the gate.
actually speaking here,
Now,
and
we
he's
didn't talk
with
about what we were going to
JAIDYNalexis,
wear, but I
it's
did wear blue
actually,
in honor of a Crip.
what should I say? It's actually quite interesting to see how his interviews have been with both parties, because if you have seen before, then you have seen his other interview previously done with Jason Lee and ChriseanRock and Blueface actually
said a word yet, but the
together.
internet is going crazy because you two
Then you
have
would have
figured out
seen
how to, and I will say,
how
you have figured out how to be a
they
mastermind and
were
manipulating the fuck out
on
of the
their
internet.
actual interview compared to how he actually has
Well, I
been
think
on
it's
this
you're an
interview
Aquarius. And
with
somebody was
Jaden.
telling me in the studio
So
that Aquarius are very
seeing the
strategic
differences
and very
in his
cunning and very
characteristics between
flirtatious,
both
and
women
that
is actually
you
important.
have to be the
So
mastermind
I hope you're
behind
paying
the fact
attention
that
and
you
understanding
right now,
so far
Jaden,
what I've
and another party
presented to
who's
you.
not here, who
If
we'll talk about in
not,
a second,
please do
are
let me know,
single-handedly
so then
dominating
I can
social media
actually
to the
make you
extent
have
that
a
you
clear
are
understanding, because the
hurting
whole
America
purpose of
and
this
the world.
series is to make you have an understanding
If you cheat and you
of
fall in
what
love with the motherfucker
life
you
is
cheated
like
with,
in an
that's
actual
more than
story
cheating.
time
Isn't that what happened with you and
of
Chrisean?
hip hop
No.
and urban culture.
She
It's not
left
just
me.
about watching
Right, but
drama
if it's still a
and
business
controversy.
relationship,
It's
you still
actually
see it as a
about
money thing. You don't see it as
understanding
like I don't.
how
Not
life
the
experiences
business part.
work
I'm saying, when she
within
left me,
the
any female that
evolution
was
of
next
what
on
we're
my
living
list
in
would've-
today.
I would've
So
put-
when she left you, you then said, "I'm now open to making this business thing that's working business-wise a real thing."
Yeah.
Okay. And then at what point did you realize that it was becoming?
Well, it wasn't like my speed as far as relationship wise.
Yeah.
Because business wise, cool, but relationship wise, that's where it really feuded up. I probably realized it when with the TVs, honestly. When she broke all the TVs.
Like, okay, so all right, so we in a relationship and we loyal. Okay, we're gonna be both loyal. Okay, we in a relationship and you just want to cheat.
All right, so
In her
listen,
saying
everybody
that,
loves a good reality
things
show.
got messy
Everybody
after
knows that I
that,
started
because
on reality
as you
TV,
can
but there's
see,
one that we're all
both
locked
of them
into
started
right
to
now.
do their
And they're saying that
get-backs
there's
with one
social
another
media,
and
Jay-Z
get the
and
upper
Beyonce,
hands on
but
each
Crazy
other,
in
and
Love
just
is
got
the
more
show
toxic.
of my
You even
guest
heard
Blueface
Chrisean
and
say
Chrisean.
that she's
Now
a
watch
little
the show.
territorial.
I'm into the show.
So
I love
as
reality
we've
TV.
seen,
It's
we've seen the
giving
territorial. So
Beyonce
now,
and
in
Jay-Z
saying
before you
that,
start drinking,
when
and
it
then
comes
Whitney
to
and
Blueface
Bobby
talking about
halfway
the
through the
TVs,
bottle.
it's
But it's
funny
a good show.
because
It's
he
actually a really good
actually
show.
uses
Thank you,
this
appreciate it.
later on in the interview
Okay,
to
so I don't think I've
mention
ever
the
interviewed
reason
two
for
people that have sat
partially to
closer than
why
the both
he's
of you.
actually
But I
kept
know that
some of the
you're very
money due to the
protective of your man. You don't
expenses
let
that
him get
she
5 feet. Now
used
it's not
through
even a foot.
cost of damage. And she also
She
I'm
speaks
territorial.
about
Puff.
him
Yeah,
recuperating all
protect
of
what?
that and still having
Clean.
more
She
money on
cuckoo for
top.
Cocoa Puffs.
So the
Yeah.
fact that she's no longer with him and they're in a separation and they're parting ways, she would just like to get her money. So that's the reason why she then went to go on a whole rampage on Twitter and she was trending, and then it just got more crazier from there. So the fact that ChriseanRock is now intervened into the relationship from business to situationship entanglement, JAIDYNalexis is active, so they end up getting into a fight. There's 2 fights which they actually have gotten into, because one was an actual physical touch here and there, and then the second one was well, I'll let Chrisean and I'll let her explain it for themselves. To see this transpire, looking from both of their, well, not both of their, because it's 2 women and Blueface, all of their circumstances and how they actually portray themselves in the limelight of social media, each of them have had a moment of disappointment, grief, loss, substance abuse, trauma. It's been a lot. So in saying that, when I have a look at this, I can see to myself that substance abuse is something that a lot of people take to numb out the pain that they go through in all types of things. And substance abuse doesn't have to just be limited to drugs. Substance abuse can be expanded to multiple different elements, because some people, they have addictions through other things. And I'm not going to get into all of that, because we are all conscious minded enough to have an understanding of what I'm actually stating.
Look at this shit. I done told this hoe to do the goddamn laundry for about a month now. Oh yeah, I tell her it's not that hard, baby. Look, or if you separate the clothes every day and just do a load a day, it'll be less work. But if you just let the seam bleed all year long, it's gonna be crazy. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to deal with this.
The closet. All I gotta do is wash the clothes. I am. But a bitch be mentally and physically drained. Who wanna fucking clean up after a nigga that beats and cheats on them here and there and all that? Like, that shit is draining. Like, I'm gonna just pay someone else to do it. I'm never really home. We travel a lot. I be tired. Niggas just wanna lay down. Fuck, I just wanna lay down. Fuck. If I make money for you every weekend, I just wanna lay my ass down. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro. And you still want to beef for what? I'll have the house clean in the next 2 hours. Promise you.
This is just a highlight to give the perspective on Blueface's behalf for the time of when he was starting out the production for BGC and doing his family home life.
Please, you feel me? Come back. She like, no, I want to go get my own thing. I want to do my own thing. I told her I'll help you. We can put it in our name. She, no, I want to do it my way. Wait, let me finish my story.
Go ahead.
My way.
Go ahead.
Jason. The next bitch in, Jason. Get in the game.
No, okay. So he playing.
Girls off his third leg, that bitch got rich off of 1 minute, 2 years, got me at his family from studio to studio. I got a
You feel me? Telly bands on the pants.
Just Javia.
That first on the back, just in case I gotta tell her to go long.
Just Javia.
Oh, school.
We're actually outside the building. Blueface right here. Just so you guys know what we've been doing for like the past half hour.
So the point what Blueface is talking about is where she smashed up the TVs. They had got into it and then she ended up smashing up the house. In this time, she was known to having rants, and whenever they get into it, she would damage the properties and do the most. So Blueface ended up going on live about it and exposing it, and then it was a big controversy. If I can recall, in there was also a moment where Wack had a situation with Chrisean because she had also broken into the house to get back into the house because it seems like that she was kicked out of the house. But Chrisean had to say for herself. But Chrisean claims that she wasn't kicked out of the house and that she was still living at the house at the time. But the police was called to say that she had broken into the house. So it was a whole saga. I might highlight it for you so you can see it because it was a big part of the whole movement towards this journey that they're going through for the Crazy in Love series as we are. And Energy Empire, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's Streetkeeks TV and it's where it's at because you know it's hip hop and urban culture strictly, and we are here featuring a documentary series. And at this time when Chrisean is kicked out of the house, Chrisean is the only person who's actually living in this house because now she's actually won the BGC for the first season and now Blueface is managing her and they're in a business relationship. So at this time, you see the two-way relationship that Blueface was in, that was almost at the brinks because there was a lot of controversy surrounding that because Chrisean also had her moments with the female also. So in saying that, when it moved on and it carried on and it was just business and it was dropping the music videos and just dealing with that side of things, a lot of other things was happening because in the backgrounds they was actually having interactions and taking it to a level where they are now caught up in an entanglement.
We've been shooting a thing here for 3 weeks. They've been here for 3-4 weeks. She don't even know the code of that door. Tell her to walk out the door. Of course we changed, right? That's what you do.
How did I get in my house? I didn't break in, right?
How was this your home? I paid $1.4 million for this house.
I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to argue with you.
Didn't I just talk to you the other day and tell you not to come to my home?
You did not know.
I didn't talk to you the other day?
No, you threatened.
I threatened you.
No, we're not doing that.
You wasn't on the phone with me and I said you're not
doing that. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that, bro.
I manage all the homes. My artist is on the way. She knows exact, but I do all the financing. I manage. I pay all the bills. What's up with you though? You really going for this?
He's my manager.
It's fine. That doesn't mean anything.
She's supposed to be here. Let's be real. Has she been here a month?
Speak up, Jay.
She doesn't live here. Yo, he on the way.
Bro, she lives here, bro.
Don't ask her. Aren't you supposed to be her manager? So why are you?
She's not my manager, bro. She's my road manager.
Why are you?
The nigga Jonathan you're talking about, your artist, is my manager.
No. Broke all the windows out of our other spot. Pull it up. Was you not arrested? Here goes the address.
I was not arrested.
Bullshit.
I was in the hospital.
You bust all the windows.
Look, they must have cleared the shit out. My mail used to be in that door. No, they cleared a right card, bro.
We got to put her on money, bro. That's all right.
Talk to me.
No,
we have her.
We have her.
Show me something that you live in.
No, look.
Can you go to the mailbox?
You run this
check
her
the
name?
mailbox.
You gotta
Just
show
check the
me.
mailbox. Come on, he in his crib, bro. Go check the mailbox. In Jesus' name, it's mail with my name.
No.
They must clear the door.
She was coming. Listen, if you want to call coming over here throughout the day and working and leaving, it's not maybe where was she?
I'm not even.
I don't. She lives in Hollywood or something.
Look at my.
She lives in Hollywood.
So she never lived.
No, she don't live here. She does not live here. If you come by every day, I got people that come by.
Where are your stuff? Where is
Show
all
me.
your
Yeah,
stuff?
show me.
You're not her man. Is that right? You're not her man.
No. I manage. Who she's saying manages her, which that's a complete lie.
What do you mean that's a lesson? It's a lesson because I'm pressing. I'm putting pressure on y'all, bro. For what I know it's right, bro. Feel sorry, my nigga. What are y'all talking about? This is where I stay, bro.
Where's your stuff?
They cleaned it out. What are you talking about? They cleaned it out. This is my wings, bro.
I'm taking you back into the BGC house, the Blue Girls Club. So at this precise time and moment, as I told you earlier, their budget was quite low. So as Blueface was actually a family man and he was keeping up with his traditional standards at this time to the best fit that he saw it, he would not always be in the BGC house, as I mentioned to you before. So he would be there for a few days, which if I remember, he said it on the Jason Lee show, it would be 2. And then the rest of the days he would be in the household with his family. So in saying that, when Blueface wasn't around, security was appointed for the females, and you also had like food and the necessary things that they needed, obviously because it was a turn-up house. They had that kind of vibe there, plus they had obviously extras coming in here and there, because you know there was times where Blueface made his appearances and obviously he was there because he had to lead the show, but there was times where when he wasn't there was other activities going on and girls sneaking out of the house and going next door to the rapper's house, because you know Designer had lived next door to Blueface. So there was a lot happening. In between there was lots of fights and things like that. So if you needed something, you would have had to ask security to get it, and they would either provide it if they had the budget there and the stuff necessary for your needs, or you would have Blueface come in and provide everything. As you saw in the beginning, Blueface had taken all the girls initially before they went into the house to get some shopping and get some clothes and, you know, the necessary toiletries and things that they would need for themselves for the upkeep and stay. And then after, he took it from there. So you're going to get to see a lot of chiming ins here and there. And I will chime back into Jason Lee's interview to highlight the important points, because as I mentioned to you, the story is quite intense and it unfolds in a gradual position. And the fact that I'm giving it to you from the beginning till where we are right now, it is quite a lot to take. So thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to be wrapping this up soon, and then you'll have a part 3. So you guys could follow along, because I don't want to just drag this out, because I do have things to do. Even though this is what I have to do too, because this is my work.
I smoke a room, became a hotel and shit. This bitch, I'm the shit. Oh, my mom and my sis had to kick my own blood out. They must have thought I was a crip.
Like, I'ma do it.
Do you have a lighter?
I don't got shit.
We get paid for this dumb shit though. No matter how.
It's not. One of y'all look stupid. All y'all look stupid.
Nigga, you know I don't look stupid.
You look the smile. You look the dumbest.
Getting paid for this shit don't matter. We blowing up from this shit don't matter.
And the way the house was wild, it was like you could be having a conversation right here, and then 2 minutes a fight breaks out, and then the next fight breaks out, and it just happens randomly. Like, there's no reason sometimes for it. It's just the girls want the camera action, they want the publicity, so they go in and they just make it happen. So in saying that, you're gonna see Chrisean getting down with a get down in one of these scenes, and I'm going to do a little compilation of a few of the fights that actually happened in the house, and I'm going to show some other bits that happened in the BGC.
Swing again, bitch. Swing again, bitch. Swing again, bitch. Swing again, bitch. I don't want to get
I play football, dummy. I don't do that shit.
If you playing football, y'all can be physical. Don't
That's
throw
the
no
game.
punches. You can do that in
That's
football.
man on man. That's man. That's man. No, she
All right,
play.
go ahead.
No,
Go for a route.
fuck that shit. Okay, she play LFL. That's what we do in LFL. We play man. We play man. What you talking about? And I play man. But I'm just letting y'all know I'm trying to play for y'all.
Just go for a route. Just go for a route.
That's what I'm gonna be in public. But we can do that shit again, and bitch, I'm letting you know on this fucking beach, I'm gonna drag your ass.
Go
I'm
for
trying
a
to play
route.
man
Go
and
for
be
a
fucking
route.
sport. Play sports. I'm playing. No. Fuck that. You want to play LFL? This is what they do. They play man on man. If you cannot do that shit with me, you're gonna get ate the fuck up. Simple as that. And you cannot play with my drunk ass playing man on man. You're going to get ate. I literally touched you. Girl, you're weak.
I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know how it happens. It just starts happening.
Free rock.
Free rock.
Rock, she been on
Rock
parole
Nation.
for about 5 days.
Rock.
Okay, to the Bad Girls Club.
They're really.
Hey.
Alright, ready?
Dude, booty matters.
First lady on side and I'm still with it too. You a little girl, you can't walk in these heels. You suck a honey dick and still ain't make Cupid. I love the way you love me. I love the way you love me. It's only ugly bitches commenting I'm ugly. Is you blind, hoe?
Ooh, let's put that beat on again.
Hey, pretty girl.
Hey, whoa!
That's what I'm eating for dinner.
Somebody can take a lunchable. That was Bravo's, but go ahead.
This one?
No, the lunchable.
You want homemade pizza?
Everybody here.
I got homemade pizza. Here you go.
You want a plate?
So you eat meat? You're not gonna make me no food?
Don't put the pepperoni on
That
it.
was Bravo's. Did
It's cheese pizza.
Wife, you're not gonna make me no food?
No. It's a real fine china.
We did a thing today. We might go get right there.
She look good though.
I want it to be that. I want to have mine, so I want my name on it and everything. Yes, I want it.
You want she's playing pretty?
I want to go extra.
You might play that.
I gave it right there.
This ain't gonna fill me up.
I got you. I don't care.
Let's go! Damn, I got some good dick.
So as you see, it was wild up in the BGC house. And you know the funniest thing is, just before it gets to the sticky part, if you see when the camera goes onto Blueface at one particular part in this household, he's just sitting there like, yeah, it can't be stopped, because that's what they do. There's a bunch of women in the house and they can't get along and they're just squabbling, arguing every minute. That was the reason how the boxing then came into play, because he was like, you know what, take it downstairs into the room and handle it. And if you couldn't do it, then, you know, Blueface, how he goes on, you was basically a punk. And also, not just only that, he had some rules when it came to the fighting as well, because he wanted everybody to have the boxing gloves on, and also he didn't really want the girls to actually be fighting like with like weapons and all these type of things, but you know, it went down like that. And obviously, we're not condoning the fact that he's sitting there and he's watching fighting, because yes, the women shouldn't be fighting in general. But at the end of the day, this is life. When things hit the fan and it gets sticky and you got a problem or someone is your op, you have to get down low. It's just that real. You're not gonna sit there and let people keep taking you for a pushover and not do nothing. And sometimes as well, you may not even be in a situation to fight back. But when it comes to these circumstances, you're going to have to fight back, because sometimes people just pick on you for the sake of it and you're sitting there quietly and you ain't saying nothing. You don't have to always use hands, because your word is strong enough to let someone know you are not to be played with. But at the same time, in this house, it wasn't that kind of case scenario. So you had to get it cracking, or you had to either go home, or you had to just lay down and just keep your eyes with one eye open, because you was about to get sneak this. And there was a lot of tension as well between the girls, because you know they actually liked Blueface for a personal level other than the business. So you know, the fact that Chrisean had a bit of a favoritism with Blueface in the show, it was like, you know, it was a bit intense.
You breaking up with me? You don't fuck with me no more? That's okay. I still love you though. You love me too? I guess I'm single again.
Think about it. Hey, yeah, Bible, what you doing? You say you doing what? Yeah.
So what we finna do is I'm finna put this to bed. Bitches is scary. Bitches is runners. Bitches is scary dead. Like, you sleep, bitch. Let's hear about it. So I told him, we're not doing that. We're not doing